Victoria Miro Gallery is made up of two parts, the new and the old, with the new being designed and built by Claudio Silvestrian and the old by Trevor Horn. It represents 40 established and emerging artists and sits near Old Street in East London. The design itself exemplifies the finer end of found space approach to galleries. Rusty columns rise from polished concrete floors and create a gallery space that feels both unintrusive and accommodating while holding true to elements of its past. Throughout the gallery, the lighting is diffused so to not shine too brightly on the artwork. It is both soft and muted and gives off enough light to not detract from the original form and colour of the work. The gallery space and lighting requirement changed with each exhibition, and while we visited, a wall sat in front of a window for a sculpture to be mounted on. This in turn affected the light in the room and meant that the sculptures had to be directly lit with arguably harsh spotlights from the ceiling. This use of extra light is however no surprise. Natural light is supplemented with aimed ceiling light even in the brightest of rooms, and could be the case with sculptures to cast a more dramatic shadow. In 16 Wharf Road in the top room, the wooden structured lattice is still in place from its days as a warehouse. The skylights are above it, updated with a frosted glass to create a softer diffused light beneath. And while it lets in light and adds character, this feature has shifted the hierarchy of the space. We feel the structure detracts from the work of the room and typically alters one's viewing pattern as your eye is initially drawn to it. This sentiment was echoed by a worker who said that upon entry people go, "ah," and look to the ceiling rather than the work. It takes precedence over that is being exhibited. In the new extension, the ceiling is 6 metres high, allowing flexibility in hanging, and a simple central spine roof light ensures an even distribution of the daylight throughout. But it is the expansive window atop the stair vista that draws the eye and the light. Further, using 5.5 metre high glass panels, the architect has been able to bring in just enough light to the room. This window also forces a view out onto the city that seems to be much more frantic and dense than the space you are inhabiting, ensuring that you are aware of the city as a backdrop to the art. The new gallery is reached by a hugely theatrical 72-step staircase that ascends 6 long flights along virtually the whole side of the plot. Contained within a narrow shaft with no handrail, the staircase sucks you up towards the light over an extraordinary 10-metre height. The galleries have both uniform and localised lighting, with some spaces being uniformly lit by lights from above, while some works are individually spotlit. Even in the spaces without sufficient direct sunlight and without artificial light, such as the long staircase, light is distributed from the window from the very top of the staircase and bounces off the white wall. This is not a radical gallery. It doesn't add to the debate about differing typical art galleries, found space or the white cube. It instead is a well-lit juxtaposition that allows you to judge the typology side by side in an identical urban condition while enjoying work.